My name is Cynthia Louie, and this is Stitch Witch Louie, and he's just turned 4 this month, and we've had him for 2 years. And I served in the Army for 25 years, many different places. So in my time in the service, there wasn't any specific thing that I had trouble with when I came home. It was like after being home for a while, things crept up, driving down the freeway and a loud noise, or say you were driving down the freeway and there was something in the road, things came back of like, you go around it, you don't go near it, it's hazard. So it's little things like that. I had been retired, and I was medically retired from the Army, and I wanted to go places, and my husband was tired of being my chaperone. and so I started researching and looking into what a service dog could, if a service dog would help me. And I saw that they would, and I just stumbled upon Hero Paws and Leslie and Soldier's Best Friend. And we already had dogs. I mean, we'd already been rescuing dogs. So Stitch was ours. And he is very helpful to all of our animals that we have, and very conscious of us. And so he was already doing some of the work before he was even trained to do the work. He had to learn the other things like stay and sit. One of my favorite things was to go to Starbucks. I stopped going to Starbucks for a year by myself. If I didn't have someone to go with me, I couldn't bring myself to do it because it was by myself. So something I enjoyed, going and getting a coffee, just walking in and getting the coffee, was too much.
That became a chore.
Yeah. It was more than a chore. It was just
frightening.
Yeah. So Stitch allows me to go into places by myself. Other, people ask me, how we're getting trained in the training program that we're in. Or even when I take them to the VA and someone's said that they're thinking about getting a support dog, I tell them about Soldier's Best Friend. And I carry cards with me all the time. And even if I don't know the answer to, like, if they say they want someone for medical assistance, and I'm like, well, I don't know if they train that, but here's a card and they can put you in the right direction, so.
The people in your life, do they tell you about a change they've noticed in you?
I don't know that they, my my close family, my husband, my kids, they noticed the change, and, and others who didn't know because I just wasn't out and about,
Right.
So, our family is a distance to travel, so we didn't see them that often, so, yeah.
You stepped into an elevator with another veteran who you somehow knew was struggling, and you had 4 floors. You've got 20 or 30 seconds. What would you tell them about Soldier's Best Friend?
I would hand them the card and say, that you need to contact Soldier's Best Friend and discuss with them to see if they can help assist you with and pair you with a dog. That it's just not any dog. It's a dog that becomes your friend, is a family member, and is there for you all the time. Soldier's Best Friend has, I would say, brought me back to life, because, the people in the group that you're in group with, they've become our friends, and even those that we're not in the same group with, we see their texts and we're there to help support them. And it's allowed me freedom to do things. My kids' school, I now substitute teach, K through 12. So a couple times a week, I am not just in the house. In the last 6 months, there's been a lot of changes, and that's one of them, that I can go and do that.
So you went from not being able to go in Starbucks by yourself to being able to substitute teach.
Yes.
course, it's kids. You can push them around a little bit. Right?
They're a little easier to deal with. But I mean, it's all the way up to 12th grade, you know. So they're like young adults, you know, like but you know, my rate of heart rate, and you know, Stitch knows, you know, even if I'm feeling stressed or something like that, you know, once in a while, you know, if he has a training day, I leave him at home if it's a half day of teaching, and I can feel it, you know, but all the kids don't know my name. They just know Stitch's name. I'm Stitch's mom. For me, it's very easy to have him around all the time. You know, like once in a while I give him a bad time because he knows when he gets his vest on that's when he's working for sure, you know, and he's different when he has the vest on, and at home he gets to be a dog. He gets to play, but he knows when I need him, you know, like he'll push the gate where he's not supposed to, you know, go to the bedroom, and he'll go wait outside my door if I'm back there, and he can sense that I don't feel good, you know, and he'll just lay there and until I come out, you know, and because that's the cat's domain, the hall, you know, but he'll brave the cats, you know, but I love animals, I love dogs, you know, but he's just always there, you know, and I watch out for him just as much as he watches out for me, because I see him tired at the end of the day after being at the school all day, and I make sure that he has his rest time too.
Great stuff.